Hello everyone, it's 242Void and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm breaking down one of the hardest role in Survive the Night 2, playing as a survivor. If you ever feel like no matter what you do, the killer always finds you, or you keep getting caught in the first 2 minutes, trust me, you are not alone. So let's jump straight into the game and I will tell you everything you need to know. So I'm gonna use a metal bat and also the knots, the night vision, so that you guys can see more clearly. Well, it's time for our time skip to the first important thing. So the first important thing is that you always collect the coin and the film reel that are around the map. This is because you can use coin to purchase a movie in the store and use the film reel to buy the skins of the items. So for example here I clicked on one of the movies and then as you can see there's this classic exterminator that I purchased with film reels. The exterminator is a level I think 14 killer. So let me just quickly go to here. As you can see I'm only a level 7 slasher, but I unlocked the exterminator. If I click on acquisition, you see slasher level 14 up. The reason I'm able to equip him is because I equipped his skin. So in this way, I can actually skip the level requirement and get the item that I need. Here's an example of how you could equip the metal bat, which is a level 15 item. So you go to the metal bat and then as you can see it's not owned, but this folding chair that somehow ends up in my inventory allows me to equip this item. The next important thing is that there are these TVs and radios that are scattered across the map that if you get close to it, it will automatically turn on, which will tell the killer of your location. So here I'm going to talk about one of the very important strategy to survive the night, and that is to find a very cheeky hiding spot. Here I'm against the level 20 Genophage, which has enhanced hearing ability and has faster movement, and he is very good at finding where the survivors are. But because of my location being so inconspicuous that even a Genophage walked past me. One thing that I like to do is to go inside a house and then find a room with doors and then just crouch behind the door. This works like 90% of the time, that the killer would just overlook behind the door and then just run right past you to find other survivors. The next thing I want to talk about is chainsaw. So chainsaw is a killer specific item that would one-shot any survivor, even if you have metal bat. Once the chainsaw is found, then the killer has the ability to use the chainsaw on the nearest survivor to instantly down this survivor. Here I'm going to talk about a very important strategy called the medkit camping. Basically, the medkit allows you to revive yourself and also refund your revive token. If you happen to be near a medkit, that means you get 1 minute of invulnerability, which means the night has reduced from 6 minutes to 5 minutes of survival. So what you can do is at the beginning of the night, go look for a medkit and just camp, just stay near the medkit. If the killer comes to kill you, then that's okay, let him down you, because after you are downed, you have like a 1 minute timer before you bleed out, but the killer can do nothing during that 1 minute. Here's an example of the medkit camping. So it's 12 a.m., the night has just started, and you immediately just stay near this medkit for the whole night. So here, I got into the injured state, but that's okay because now I have basically 1 minute of invulnerability. I can just use the medkit at the last second. So as you may know, this is a hide and seek game that relies on you crouching and holding your breath. But there are two killers that I want to talk about that actually break this mechanic. The first one is the exterminator, and the second one is the presence. And I will explain them one by one why they make hiding impossible. And if they are the killers for the night, then you better start running. Did you guys hear that? There are so many breathings that the killers can hear. This breathing happens when you are running around the map and not crouching. One thing about the exterminator's ability is that he can highlight all of the survivors in his sight, even if you are crouching and holding your breath. If you just appear in his line of sight, in his vision, then you will be highlighted and the exterminator can kill you. Here's an example of the exterminator highlighting every survivor that he sees. Here's another example. As you can clearly see, the survivor is crouching. Here's another example. I can see the survivor's heartbeat. And also the heartbeat wouldn't just disappear immediately. It will actually continue to reveal to the killer for some seconds. This is one of the most important mechanic of the game. When 5 a.m. is reached, then the killer can see every survivor's heartbeat for a few seconds. This means when 5 a.m. has come, as a survivor, you should immediately start dashing for the portal. Once 6 a.m. is reached, then the portal would immediately close. This means that if you're still on this map, then it would count you as not escape. This is why I strongly suggest that once it is 5 a.m., you immediately go for the portal. So you might be wondering, but I do not have the metal bat or the high level items. What are the best items that I can use as a new player? Well, I strongly recommend the smartphone and the lamp. The lamp gives you a decent amount of illumination and it has a duration of 2 minutes, which is pretty long. And the smartphone is basically a slasher detector. If the Wi-Fi signal decreases, then it means you are closer to the slasher. So here I'm using the medkit camping strategy again, and when I checked my phone, I found out that I only have 2 bars of signals. This means the slasher is coming towards my location. Well, it just increased to 3, so I guess he's getting away. So here I'm going to demonstrate the revive token. So as you guys can see, there's a red skull at the bottom left of my screen. This means that the next time the slasher downed me, I'm out of the game. So by using a medkit, you can remove this red skull and continue the game. The way to recover health after you're injured is to find the bandage. The bandages are scattered across the map, and there are many of them, so better start looking. So here I want to talk about the flashing items that the survivors have. So if you manage to flash the slasher with either your camera or your flashlight, then their screen would be partially white, but only for some brief seconds. So you unlocked the metal bat item. How should you use it against the killer? Well, the best way to use it is to press your left mouse button right when the killer is about to slash you. When the killer is about to attack, he will have a swing motion prior to dealing damage. So for example, in this clip right here, I just need to watch out for his swinging motion, like right now. Just like that, you can parry the killer. Here's a very good example of what you should do when you're trying to save others. So when you arrive at the downed survivor's location, immediately crouch and hold your breath so that the killer wouldn't know that you are saving someone. This is the power source. If the killer damages this power source right here, then the whole map would be very, very dark. All the electricity will be gone, and the survivors will be forced to use their lamps, which would give away their location. So you think that this is a hide and seek game, but this killer right here, the presence, breaks this mechanic. He has the ability to summon hallucinations for each survivor, and if those hallucinations catch the survivor, their location would be revealed to the presence for some brief seconds, which basically makes hiding useless, because if you hide, the hallucination would catch you and your location will be revealed, so you are forced to move again. Here's an example of a survivor getting caught by the hallucination. She just immediately stopped and started twitching, and her location would be revealed to the killer. Another thing to note is that once you unlock the item AED that allows you to instantly revive a survivor, it is very, very loud. The killer can hear it from a mile away and immediately go to the downed survivor's location to try to finish that survivor again. Another important thing is that when you are escaping as a survivor, you cannot just jump in there all at once. You have to go in there one by one. As you can see, those survivors are trying to get in the portal, but it wouldn't allow them. So if you are full health and another survivor is on the verge of death, let the dying survivor escape first. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial, and may your games be like this one, Night Repulse every single time. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. I will reply them. And make sure, if this tutorial is helpful, make sure to like and maybe subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.